Hello, thank you so much for clicking my video. This is basically a quick, or I don't know, quick, more in-depth guide to how to earn jelly beans as quickly as possible and the best ways to earn jelly beans. So before we get into the actual content of the video or the actual, the complete video, I want to do a tier list for those people who just want to stop by, find the quickest way to earn jelly beans and, go earn jelly beans. But feel free to continue watching the video because there's loads of good content in there on how to earn jelly beans and different ways to earn jelly beans as well. So here's a quick tier list. Let's go straight off the bat. So we're going to start off, let's say, with gardening. Nice and simple. So gardening, you can check further in the video to see how you earn money from gardening, so on and so forth. But it's a very minor way of earning jelly beans. Or money, depending how you want to call it. So I'm going to rate it a D tier, and the reason for that is because you can only do gardening once a day and earn your jelly beans from this once a day. So again, just a quick one. So next, let's go on to the trolley games. So this little symbol represents the trolley games. So I really wish the trolley games was in S tier because I really enjoy trolley games. They're amazing with friends. You can make a lot of money really quickly with friends, but it's not as quick as fishing, unfortunately. So we will have to rate this in A tier because again, you can earn money quickly. If you're really good at trolley games, you can probably earn money way quicker than fishing, but it depends on what rod you've got in fishing and where you're fishing. But ultimately, I think fishing is the best way to earn money, so it has to be an A tier for me. So again, fishing, we're going to rate fishing, of course, an S tier because it is the quickest way to earn money if you have the best rod, you're in the bro, earning money. It is the best way of earning jelly beans. But if you're lower level, jump into a trolley games. In my opinion, it's quicker to earn money in trolley games than it is to fish because it doesn't cost anything. It's free for a trolley game, whereas fishing you have to pay to cast those rods. And if you're having a bit of an off day, or you're not really concentrating watching a YouTube video, you can slowly lose money a little bit. So keep an eye on it. But fishing is the quickest way, especially if you're higher level. And if you're low level, trolley, or if this was a low level guide, I would rate both of them A tier. But it's not. It's an overall. So S tier on fishing. Next we have the just for fun tasks. So most people are familiar with this, but just for fun tasks are the tasks you can pick up on top of the general tasks like the soundtracks and so on and so forth. So you can pick these up and they can give you jelly beans for killing cogs or doing buildings. And if you're high level, you can get jelly beans pretty quickly. I mean, we're talking thousands of jelly beans from these just for fun tasks. And again, jump into the video a little bit later, but you do have to be a slightly higher laugh level. So I think I have to rate it a B tier because you have to be a higher laugh level to be earning good money from it. You can at low levels do just for fun tasks and you can get a little bit of jelly beans, but nowhere near as much as if you're a high laugh or high level. So next we have factories. So sailboat factories, as you're probably aware, you can get these small barrels, you've probably seen them, and you pick up 25 or 35 jelly beans from each of these barrels. So generally on a long run or a short run on a factory, you will earn 25 jelly beans. It's got to be a C tier. It can't be a D because it's not as bad as fishing, because you could do multiple factories. A long factory takes 10 minutes, 12 minutes, something like that, and you can smash through them and 50 jelly beans a go. It's not the slowest way, but it's not the fastest way, definitely. So yeah, after that we have the classic, the BeanFest. The most generous people out there will give you jelly beans for free on special events, or even if you're just feeling kind, by using a thing called Unite, as you're probably aware. I'm gonna have to rate it a B, and there's two reasons behind it. Reason number one, it isn't very reliable. You have to rely on people being generous to give you these, or allocated events. You can't just go, you know what, I'm going to earn money today from just BeanFest, because maybe there is no BeanFests on. There is no one giving you Unites with jelly beans. So I will rate it a B tier because it's very situational on whether you can get the jelly beans for it. But at the same time, you can earn huge amounts of jelly beans from BeanFests. So yeah, that's my tier list. Now, onto the video. There'll be loads of more content surrounding how to earn money from these ways and so on and so forth. So yeah, enjoy. Hello. Today I'm going to be showing you the quickest way to earn jelly beans, essentially. But not just the quickest, you know, it's going to be like the cheapest way to earn jelly beans, because some games cause you to, you know, pay for things like fishing. But number one, we're going to start off with the trolley game. Super simple. It's definitely the most popular and the easiest, or well, maybe not the easiest, but the cheapest way to earn jelly beans, because it costs nothing. You can jump straight into the game with friends, and some of the games are absolutely just unbelievably easy. Although there is some skill, definitely. I mean, you see, you know, with one person it's a bit harder, but with friends it's unbelievably easy. And, you know, you can get jelly beans relatively quickly, which is good, and it's more interesting than a lot of the games out there, which is the main thing. Whereas, like I said, fishing for me is very boring, although it may be one of the faster ways of earning jelly beans, but it also requires quite a lot of skill. Whereas this, it's not too bad at all. I think we're going to lose one. Just kidding. And again, it doesn't take long, so we're talking, you know, 20 more seconds and the game's over. But I am going to definitely lose one. Sit around, earn jelly beans, and just relax and have some fun. So I saved 3 barrels. So I saved, I think I only lost 1 or 2. But again, that's 30 jelly beans straight in the pot. It cost absolutely nothing. And a lot of the games out there are much quicker than that and much easier to do, which is just, you know, awesome. And it's not boring, which is why I'll sort of rate it, you know, out of a 10, probably something like a 7 to earn gags. Again, cheap. You just jump into a game, you earn some gags. It costs absolutely nothing. Just a couple of minutes of your time, and again, it's a little bit more enjoyable. On to the next one. So, on to the second, or number 2, of the quickest, easiest ways to earn jelly beans, and that's going to be fishing. These aren't in any particular order, just for reference, but this is just going to be, I mean, fishing's fishing at the end of the day. It is, in my opinion, boring. You sit there, you throw a rod, there's some skill. I would actually say more skill than most of the ways to earn jelly beans out there. And the reason for that, it's just a bit awkward a lot of times. For example, an angle like this, it's quite hard to catch the fish. But you can also see we've got a bingo game going on, which is another way you can earn from fishing. That they're on specific days, and you get a chance of winning extra jelly beans, which is awesome, absolutely awesome. But it definitely is one of the well, actually no, it is the best way of getting jelly beans, but there is some skill behind it. Again, I missed that one there as well. There is definitely some skill behind it, because I keep missing them, and it's very expensive as well if you do keep missing things, because you can see every single time I cast, and what was it, 5 per cast, which is expensive. If you're not catching anything, like I've just lost 15 from missing 3 times, whereas you win 4 for catching that jelly bean. But then some things like the bears, you earn 14 from. If you're quite accurate, then you do earn money quickly. So fishing, out of 10, I am going to give it I think I'm going to have to give it an 8 on one of the quickest ways to earn jelly beans. And the reason why is because it has got some skill behind it. Generally, it does earn you money quickly. And it's very rare to lose money on it, but if you're very new to the game, getting used to things, it can lose you money, definitely. So definitely give it a go. You need to upgrade your rods to get better chances of getting the bigger fish, which is something I'll do in the future, a guide onto fishing. But at the same time, there are some benefits. Like, again, if you're good at it, you can get some money quickly. Whereas if you're bad at it, you could start losing some money or just not gain money as quickly. So you can see I filled up a whole bucket. It didn't take very long at all. And if I jump straight over to the Fizzy Fisherman, wherever his name is, you can see I earn 165 from that bucket. So fishing is one of the best ways, definitely. If you want to earn some money, you've got some spare jelly beans in your pot, you've done the trolley a little bit, jump into fishing, because you will make money from fishing. Whether it's faster than the trolley game, it's pretty on par in my mind. But generally, fishing is the best way to earn money. And on top of that, the best place to go is definitely the bro. The reason I say that is because I seem to catch bigger fish easier. Dreamland is good as well, but this is definitely the best place. If you're going to go fishing, come to the bro and make a little bit of money. It's probably one of the quickest ways. On to the next one. So the next way to earn jelly beans is going to be tasks for fun. So just for fun tasks, as you can see just at the top, you can earn, when you're sort of not maxed level, when you've passed a lot of the basic tasks and so on and so forth, and even when you're doing the smaller tasks, you can earn jelly beans really quickly. And just on the side, if you don't have to concentrate on doing it. So for example, some of my current just for fun tasks at the moment is 400 cogs anywhere. So I just have to kill 400 cogs, which you're going to do when you're doing VPs and Cellbot, CFOs and so on and so forth. All you have to do, like I said, is kill 400 cogs and I get 1,300 jelly beans, which is absolutely amazing. And you can just do it on the side. So always pick up, if you have a spare slot, always run into somewhere, check through each of the HQ officers and look for a just for fun task. So again, you've got so on this one you've got 40 two-story cog buildings. I'm never going to do 40 two-story cog buildings, so we won't worry about that. But you want to work for like 80 cogs everywhere and so on and so forth, and then you'll get some. Now this here, 3 mint superiors, helper tunes at 85 less is interesting one, but still not the best one. You want to be looking for ones like I've got here, where it's 1,100 or 1,300 for just killing cogs. That's what you want to look for, and you can go absolutely everywhere. So you can just jump to a different place. Let's go to the Borough, and you can find just for fun tasks which can earn you money super quickly. Now in my mind, this is a really quick way of earning jelly beans, but it's on the side. So if you were just concentrating on doing them, it would take you longer to earn those jelly beans, but not by much, but it would take you longer. So I'm going to rate it a 7, and that's purely because it is quicker, because it's on the side, if you know what I mean. So you're not concentrating on it. You'll do it before you know it. Look at that. Absolutely amazing. If you can get tasks like this, 1,200 jelly beans for 120 cogs, that is quicker than fishing. Honestly, that is much quicker than fishing in my opinion, because I waste loads of money fishing and so on and so forth. But if you just run around doing buildings, so on and so forth, you could smash that out in an hour. Not even that, maybe 40 minutes. You could smash it out. So for my concentration levels, it works really well for me, and especially if you can get 4 of these and they're all cog related, you will earn more money. You 100% will. But yeah, on to the next one. So number 4 is going to be gardening. Now a lot of people overlook gardening, and I can see why, because it's again slightly boring, but you only have to do it once a day. So consider gardening purely because it's super easy to do. All you do is, obviously depending on what level gardening you are, it will cost you jelly beans. So it's like fishing, it does cost you something to get the reward back, and the reward is very minor when it comes to gardening, but you do get the potential laugh boost as you keep doing it. So for example, I'll quickly explain it. Let's say I put in 5 jelly beans, so I'm spending 5 jelly beans to plant this flower, but I'll get in return double the amount. So when I plant 5 jelly beans, I'll get 10 back. So it's definitely worth doing. So per day there's 9 plant pots, I think. So you'll get 45. I will get 45 jelly beans back per day, which is so minor. But you know what? Because of the laugh boost potential, don't overlook it. Quickly go into your garden, chuck in some flowers, and just gain a little bit of extra jelly beans. But out of 10, I would rate it a 2. But it's just that laugh boost, which is something that a lot of people overlook. On to the next one. Now, this is what is this, number 5 now, I think. This is a iffy one for me because it can make you a lot of jelly beans very quickly. But it has to be a specific time of day or someone being very generous. It's going to be BeanFest, as a lot of you know, is a very quick way to get jelly beans. I sort of see it as cheating. It's obviously not cheating, but I just feel a bit dishonest just grabbing other people's jelly beans that they've earned. So this is one way of earning jelly beans, is jump into Donald Dreamlands. You can check on like Toon HQs. I think they sometimes do arrangements for BeanFests and stuff like that. But people will just throw out beans for people, which is absolutely, it's so kind, so kind, and it is a really quick way of getting jelly beans. But you have to be in the right place at the right time. And a lot of times, in my opinion, it can be quicker just to spend that time, instead of waiting for the jelly beans to be sent out on Unites, is just go and fish, or go and use a trolley game, or do one of the options I've given you. It can be a lot quicker, and you'll feel much better rather than standing around wasting your time. Now, if you're watching YouTube videos or watching this video at the moment, jump in here, sit around. It doesn't hurt to. But you do get a lot of lag, as you can see, and I've got a decent PC. You do build a lot of lag. This is just ToonTown servers. They do make you lag, and you can get some toxicity as well, sat around waiting for jelly beans. So again, go and earn them, in my opinion. But this is probably the quickest way, but it's very unreliable. So if it's a arranged setup, I'd give it a 9 out of 10. But if it's not, a 5, because it's hit and miss. You could get Jellybeans, you could not. And you can see all these people here just waiting for Jellybeans. But yeah, that's another option. On to the next one. So the last way, or one of the last ways, which is what, number 6 now, way to earning Jellybeans is gonna be Selbot factories, and some of the factories as well, like bullions and mints. You can earn little Jellybeans from, and you'll see these little crates. I'll put a little video there just to show you what you can, where to get them. And it's very minor, but again, when you're doing stuff like factories, like you have to get into the VP, grab these Jellybeans all the time, because it's a nice little bonus. Like I said, it can be all over the place in those little factories and stuff. They're little tiny crates, and you want to jump in them, grab the extra Jellybeans. I know it's minor, it's not something you want to be farming for, like fishing or anything, but don't forget, jump in there, grab the Jellybeans. And on to the last one. So there's only one more way I would say would be an effective way of getting Jellybeans, and that's really just to ask. So anyone, what I'd say a higher laugh level, someone that's been doing CFOs, don't be afraid to ask. ToonTown's a really friendly game. Even in the comments here, if you're desperate for Jellybeans, pop a quick message in the chat. It might take me a couple of days to reply to it, but I can build up some Jellybeans, or if I have some spare, I can pop over and give you some Jellybeans. Like I said, I don't mind whatsoever. And a lot of higher level people, if you ask nicely, say, look, I'm desperate to get some extra Jellybeans, I really want this item of clothing in the catalogue, just ask. It doesn't hurt. And again, it can be a really effective way of getting Jellybeans. But like I said, we're a friendly community. Everyone knows that in ToonTown, so just ask, and you might get lucky, and someone might be able to give you a couple of unites. Cool. Have a good one, guys. Are you still here? Why? I don't have any Jellybeans, but I mean, while you sat there, doesn't hurt to give a little thumbs up on the video and maybe even a subscribe. Thank you.